Former Zambian President Edgar Lungu has died at the age of 68 in Pretoria, South Africa, where he had been receiving specialized medical treatment. His daughter, Tasila Lungu, confirmed his passing, stating that he had been under medical supervision in recent weeks. Lungu served as Zambia's president from 2015 to 2021. After his electoral defeat in 2021, he retired but returned to politics in 2023 to lead an opposition alliance. In December 2024, Zambia's constitutional court ruled him ineligible to run for another term in the 2026 election. Known for his significant infrastructure projects, Lungu's tenure was also marked by economic challenges, including Zambia's default on international debt in 2020. Joining us now is Aaron Nambi, Zambian political analyst from Texas, United States. Thank you so much for joining on the news, Aaron.
Thank you for having me.
Aaron, tell us, how are Zambians generally responding to the death of their former president?
Well, generally the country is devastated. Of course, Zambians knew that the past few months, the former president Edgar Lungu was in South Africa receiving some medical treatment. But of late, in the last few weeks, we saw pictures of him meeting with historians and someone that had been working on a book with him. And he looked quite healthy, looked like he was making progress. And so to receive this news today about his sudden demise has been very unfortunate, shocking, and devastating for most of the people. Generally, Lungu is quite loved by the people. He had a lot of political clout. And he was a people person. He was the champion of the common man.
Okay. Now, in your view, what are some of the most significant contributions or legacies that the former president leaves behind for Zambia?
Well, there are quite a lot of things that President Lungu did in 7 years as president, but of course, notwithstanding, there were some mistakes that were made. If you look at the constitution that we have now, the amended constitution of 2016, that was delivered to the Zambian people under the leadership of President Lungu. And some of the significant clauses in that constitution includes the dual citizenship for Zambian citizens. So since independence in 1961, up until then, Zambians never had dual citizenship in the provision as a constitutional right. Therefore, the things such as that, delivering a constitution to the people in 2016, an amended constitution, also things such as the infrastructure development that you see in Zambia, that was really championed by the 7 years that President Lungu ruled Zambia for. There are a lot of positive things that can be highlighted, but also the mistakes that were made. And he also served during a very difficult time in the history of Zambia when we had COVID-19. But his administration actually did everything possible to save lives and to be able to provide for the Zambian people in the very difficult circumstances.
Okay, but what about, politically? How has his leadership influenced Zambia's political landscape and national development?
Well, in terms of politics, President Lungu used to refer to himself as a shrewd politician, and indeed he was. I think that he understood politics like the palm of his hand. But of course, in that process, we saw that during his reign, and even after his presidency, the politics in Zambia became very divisive. The current president, Hakainde Hichilema, and himself as political rivals really divided the country, politically. But by and large, Lungu's legacy in terms of politics is a story that is very unusual. He came from nowhere to become Minister of Justice, to become Minister of Defense, and subsequently to become President of Zambia in a very short space of time. But all of that was not without hard work, without calculation, without political maneuvering. So in terms of politics, indeed, using his own words, he was politically shrewd.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Aaron, for your time and speaking on this.